Everyone, welcome back to Hope Worldwide Academia. So today let's talk about a topic from psychology, that is about psychopathology. How do we understand the term psychopathology? So psychopathology implies if there are disturbances pertaining to thoughts, emotions and behavior, and that would be leading to mental health issues or mental disorders. Now, there are so many models or theories that we practice in psychopathology. So let's see what are the four basic models that we need to understand in psychopathology in order to diagnose or treat psychosocial abnormalities or psychological issues. So you can remember the acronym as BBPC: biological model, behavioral model, psychodynamic model and cognitive model. Okay, so these are the four models that we practice in psychopathology at basic level. So when we look at the behavioral model, so behavioral model is something like tabula rasa. That's a term that we need to emphasize on behavioral model. That means human beings are born with a mind or which has no innate ideas, right? So how do we develop those ideas? Gradually we develop by learning, or it's called social learning theories. We try to perceive things, we try to imitate somebody, or we learn languages, for example, right? So likewise, the psychological principles that are related to this model is either classical conditioning or operant conditioning. So what is classical conditioning? Automatic response to a stimulus is called as classical conditioning. Whereas what is operant conditioning? We behave or we try to modify or we respond to a stimulus because we aim on punishment or reward. Okay, or mainly it's called reinforcement. So that is called operant conditioning. So when we look at operant conditioning, there are positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive rewards, negative rewards, like punishment. All these are examples for behavioral model. Okay, so that means how an individual has developed his behavior. Okay, so that will definitely have an impact on mental health status at present. Come to the next one, biological model. Of course, what is biological model? It highlights the significance of psychosomatic unit, relationship between body and mind. So mental health issues are related to physical problems or physical causes. Could be genetic influence or infectious diseases, brain pathology or any other pathophysiology or biological causes can be there for psychological issues. Okay, so that is called biological model that we practice. That means we need to underline the cause about biochemical dysfunctions can be there, or biochemical causes could be there as a reason or in the theology for mental health disorder. Come to the third one is called about psychodynamics. What do you mean by psychodynamics? This changing status of mind according to stages of growth and development. So when we look at psychodynamics, first theory we can talk about Sigmund Freud psychoanalysis theory. Yeah, or id-ego, superego, or oral stage, anal stage, latent phase. Okay, so all these are related to how an individual respond or react at present, which is always influenced by childhood experiences or conflicts or kind of motives as well. Internal motives, unconscious motives are responsible for all this. Okay, so you need to remember here, like human mind is always compared with an iceberg, where 80% of behavior is considered as covert behavior, where we are not revealing ourselves to the people, or to externally we are not revealing it, right? So whereas 20% is our overt behavior, people know about us. So that 80% is always it is influenced by your childhood experiences, inner conflicts, or you can also say like unconscious motives, which are always responsible or actually the reason for the behavior of an individual, or how do we react mentally or emotionally is also affected by all these three factors, right? Come to the last one is about cognitive model. What do you mean by cognition? Cognition is also a psychological function or an ability that an individual possesses, like language, learning, memory, right, perception. All these are your cognitive abilities. So when we look at cognitive abilities, it's all about thinking. So as I told in the initial phase of the class, I told you that psychopathology is something which is the disturbances related to thoughts, feelings and behavior. So actually the thoughts are responsible, or thoughts play a significant role in production of behavior or manifestation of behavioral issues in a patient or in a human being. So when we look at these thoughts, you can say like irrational thoughts are always fostering well adjusted behavior. If you have irrational thoughts, if you have disturbances in the thoughts, definitely behavior also will be disturbed, or that will be leading to psychological issues or mental health issues. Okay, Hope these 4 models are clear for everyone. So these are the 4 models that we practice in psychopathology. So don't forget BBPC: biological model, behavioral model, psychodynamic model, and cognitive model. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.